Greetings and welcome. Thanks so much for coming by and checking out the video, checking out the channel. This is your daily energy reading for the collective. We have been looking at the Earth Magic Oracle Cards deck by Stephen D. Farmer, and we have a beautiful reading for today. I'm so excited. Today's card is Meadow, which represents vulnerability. Before we dive into that, I do want to connect with the energy of the card specifically before we go into the extended reading in the book. So please take a moment, sit back, relax, open your mind, open your heart, and make that connection with divine. And this is where you're going to get the wisdom and direction that you were looking for, asking for, the reason why you found this video. And if you feel so inclined to like and subscribe, if you haven't already done so, it does help the YouTube algorithm help other people find these videos and find this channel, just like you did. So, because it is really all about you. That's why I'm here. That's why all of us are here, is to be there for each other. We are a collective. The entirety of creation is the collective, and we are all connected to each other and everything around us, energetically, vibrationally, mentally, spiritually, physically. There is no separation. But this card is just so beautiful. We have mountains in the background and this beautiful meadow. The sky is this pale blue with those cirrus clouds kind of floating around. It feels very springy. It feels very warm and inviting. I haven't looked at the book, and we will in just a second, but I know meadows for me. If they say the forests are the lungs, I feel like the meadows is where the planet actually breathes. That we get the oxygen, CO2 exchange from the forests, but really the energetic in and out feels like meadow. The energy comes in and goes out. It's very flowing. So I would not be surprised at all in the book if there's something about flow, because that has been happening like the past week, maybe even since we started looking at this deck, right? So let's take a look in the book and find out what the reading is for the day. This is the Meadow card, which represents vulnerability. The meadow in this card invites us in with its beauty and openness. The flowers have arranged themselves in a poetic design, orchestrated by nature, and the lush rolling fields urge us to relax and stay for a while. Yet for some, the idea of being in such an open space is terrifying, and in an expansive meadow like this, we may feel exposed and defenseless, lacking the perceived safety of an enclosed area. For others, walking through a meadow can be an exquisitely satisfying experience. We can feel comfortable in the openness and visibility, enjoying the 360-degree view with nothing but the sky above. Yes, we may still feel vulnerable, but with a twist. This is vulnerability built on the foundation of trust rather than fear. The capacity to trust our own instincts to tell us if there are any potential threats we must respond to. By relying on this instinctual knowing, we can relax and enjoy the beauty that surrounds us. You are in a place now where you can take risks with your feelings, and even more important, take risks with the truth of who you are, the truth you know in your heart and soul. You no longer need to be subjected to your conditioned fears of letting others know who you really are. Yes, others may judge, evaluate, criticize, and perhaps even put you down. These are very real possibilities. Yet, by trusting that you have the strength to deal with these reactions, rather than responding adaptively and always playing it safe, You can more confidently allow yourself to be vulnerable. Always holding back from expressing your truth can create an illusion of safety. But armed with your trust and your faith, you can choose to be vulnerable and share your authentic self with the world. Well, how many times have you heard me talking about your authentic self? Not mentioning flow in this particular reading, but authentic self is very much present and represented, isn't it? Yes. So there is your confirmation of what we've been talking about for months since I started this channel, about being our authentic selves, because we are all connected, because we are part of this energetic field that is flowing in and around us and through everything else. How we think, how we act, how we feel, what we do, what we say, all of that has a direct and specific correlation with what is happening in our 3D reality experience. And being our authentic selves means being vulnerable. It means somebody may look at us and say, that's just a little too weird for me. And your answer is, okay, yeah, I am not for everybody. This channel is not for everybody. These cards are not for everybody. These readings aren't for everybody. And anytime you come across something, it's like being at a buffet. You don't have to take everything, you don't have to put everything that's out there on your plate. And you don't have to take all of anything, right? We choose. We have the option of choosing, and we choose to be our authentic selves and be vulnerable. Sometimes we will pick something that we haven't tried before, and that's a mistake. And we know it at the very first bite, the very first sip. We are not required. It's not a cost sum, kind of thing where you're looking at this cost sunk, right? Where you're looking at this and say, well, I invested this much money, I invested this much time, I invested this much energy, I can't give it up, I've already put this much into it, right? In for a penny, in for a pound. No, not true. Not true. Whoever told that to you, wherever you got that information, it is not true. It's false. You have the opportunity to choose something else, to set that aside and say, that's not for me. Be your authentic self. You come from that place of love within you, being vulnerable, knowing you are safe because you are being true to yourself. The truth needs no defense. The truth needs no protectors. The truth is protection. Being true to ourselves, being true in ourselves and in our truth. What is that? Well, maybe that's the next Love Seat Therapist video, right? I do have to tell you, I know I haven't posted any of those or the I am formations for a while. I have been really buried in emergency work projects, so the daily energy readings and weekly tarot is about as much time as I have available to me. So thank you so much for being patient with that. But yeah, let's talk about authentic self in the next Love Seat Therapist and really dig into that and what it means to be, what it means to be authentic. What does that actually mean? What are the physical steps? What are the things that you do on a daily basis, the habits, the things in the 3D reality that relate to that 4D, 5D experience? We will do that, I promise, okay? As soon as I get done with this latest emergency rush thing, I'm on it. I promise. I love you. Thank you so much for sticking around. Have an amazing day. I do hope that this reading resonated with you. Please feel free to share it. Share in the comments if there's anything that resonated with you in particular, if there was something that I said, something in the card itself, in the reading from the book. I really love having the chance to interact with you, and it gives me an opportunity to just make these readings a little bit more perfect for you. Thank you again. Have the most amazing, fantastic day. And ciao for now.